And welcome back into Open Line. I'm Chuck Long here with our expert, our legal expert, Kevin Kennedy from the Kennedy Law Firm. Kevin, I tell you what, as always, great advice from the very top of the show. We've got people calling in with those legal questions right now. We're going to go right back to the lines. Evan is on the line with us. Evan, good evening. And do you have a question or a comment for Kevin?
A question.
Okay, go ahead.
I live in a house with family members. They own the house I rent from them, and now they're evicting me. But the attorney's name on the eviction warrant is the same attorney who drafted all our wills, including mine. So how strong of a defense is this attorney breaking the Chinese wall? When we go to court, could I tell the judge he can't sue me? Can we get a 2-week continuance?
Okay, what you're alluding to is a potential conflict of interest. Okay, the real world gets down to if there was sensitive knowledge that you have given this attorney over the years in the past in his representation of you, could that be damaging to you? If so, then that would be a conflict of interest, and you have a right to raise that, and then the lawyer can either explain, no, there's not a conflict, or he could get away and let someone else do that. The theory behind that is that everything that you and your lawyer should have should be confidential. And so it's the attorney-client privilege. It's a special relationship, and it's one of the last vestiges of real justice under our Constitution. So we're all very sensitive to try to protect that relationship. And so, yes, I have some clients that I've represented for years, and of course, I wouldn't take a case against them because of our relationship. It's just the right thing to do. But even past that, the Supreme Court says, I don't have the legal right to do that because of our prior relationship. It would have been a conflict of interest. Now, it gets into a lot of gray areas. There's a multitude of laws. If it didn't involve a conflict of interest, or perhaps you were just a witness in a case, that doesn't establish that relationship, and a lawyer could advance if necessary.
All right, Evan, thank you so much for that question. If you are just tuning in, you are watching Open Line. This is our Ask an Expert Hour. We are talking to legal expert, one of the best lawyers in the state of Tennessee, Kevin Kennedy from the Kennedy Law Firm. If you have one of those legal questions, you've been wondering about something, you've been asking people about what should I do, well, this is the time and the place that you can go ahead and give us a call. The number is right there on your screen, 737-7587. Give us a call. We'll get to as many of those questions as we can. Kevin, circling back to one of our earlier questions about what you do or don't say if you've been in an accident, something. What if, and you were talking about, the police can, they'll have their recorders and they can record what's going on. Yeah. Do you have the legal right to take out your phone and record what's going on as it's happening too, and just let them know that you just want it for your own protection as well?
You have the right to do it. Now, the police are going to be really agitated because you put them on guard. So we see it all the time, and we even saw one today. Of course, they had to take, and the police were telling them, put that recording down, put that recording down. I told you, don't record us. So, I try not to agitate the police. I try not to agitate anyone. But if you felt the need to pull that recorder out because it's completely out of hand, you may be forced to do it. Of course, the lawyer, when we go to court, we try to talk to the police officers ahead. The great lawyers always find a way.
All right, I tell you what, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to get more of your questions from Kevin Kennedy at the Kennedy Law Firm. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.